I know most of you are probably used to other influencers or just people in general talking about the things that you do need from Amazon when it comes to Prime Day, but I'm gonna do the opposite and tell you about the things that you do not need or things that you shouldn't spend your money on. The first thing that you should never buy off of Amazon and buy at a store instead, a well-established store instead, is makeup and skincare. Now, I know we are in the land of convenience these days when it comes to buying everything that we love online. But when it comes to products that go on our face, we have to be cautious because not every seller on Amazon has good intentions. There's a lot of people on there that sell replicas, and I have had my fair share of replicas, and I didn't realize it until I started seeing a little bit of a reaction, or the product just didn't work as well. In some of the reviews, people were saying, do not purchase this product, it's a replica. And that's another thing, always check reviews, because some people are really good at spotting replicas, and some people, like myself, are not. The reason why you have to be careful too with replicas, and I know some people don't understand this or don't know that some replicas can look the part, but what's inside of the product, like the makeup and the skincare, totally different than what the packaging looks like. It might look like a Revlon lipstick, but it could be a random lipstick with a Revlon package. Who knows what it's made out of, and now you have allergic reaction, or you just have a reaction in general. There's like a whole documentary too on Netflix about replica makeup or just cheap makeup from wholesale random sites online. Just be very cautious when it comes to buying makeup and skincare products. This one I'm also guilty of. A lot of these are like personal experiences, and this one is hair care products. There are some hair care brands that are small businesses that are on Amazon, and I'm not gonna put those down. That's a great way for small businesses to get their product out there, especially when it comes to not being able to have your product in a well-known store because it costs a lot of money to do that. But there also are hair care products, like I just mentioned with the makeup and skincare. There are hair care products that are random brands that no one has ever heard of. And when you decide to use them, because the claims seem like phenomenal, when you decide to use that product, you notice that you're going bald or your scalp is extremely itchy. So many weird things start to happen with using random hair care products off of Amazon. So just be mindful of what product you're buying. I like to, like when it came to hair care products, I like to look up like hair YouTubers, like actual hairstylists, like people that work in a salon or own a salon. They probably have a little bit more knowledge of the ingredients. You can also break the ingredients down through AI, but like I said before, some sellers are just trying to make a quick buck, and a lot of the ingredients in the hair care products are fake. So there again, I feel like Amazon is such like an open market when it comes to selling BS products. So be very careful when it comes to hair care products. Car accessories. Now, don't come for me with this one. I have a few car accessories that I don't have a few. I only have two. I have a registration holder thing, which is great, and I have a magnet for my phone. That is it. I find everything else just pointless and a waste of money, so I don't think it's worth buying. I feel like a lot of us have gotten quite obsessed when it comes to having our car filled with things that we don't necessarily need or our car doesn't need. So I don't think that most of the car accessories, I would say like 95% of the car accessories on Amazon, they're not worth it. Most of it's for aesthetics. Most of it doesn't last because they're cheaply made. And most of it has to work with your lifestyle. So for someone like myself, I don't have kids. I don't have anybody in my car but myself. My partner has his own car. I have my own car. So I don't need a trash can. I don't need seat covers. I don't need a purse holder. There's so many things that I've seen online, like car restock videos, like I don't want food in my car. Another thing I want to tell you guys is I've seen friends in the past that have kept food in their car, and unfortunately bugs love that, especially cockroaches and ants. If you keep food in your car, you are going to have an issue, especially if it's like sugary food items. Even if it's in a package, there are some insects that know how to get right into the package. And also there's rodents too. If you live in an area where it's woodsy, they will find a way to get in your car to get that food. I just don't think it's worth having food stocked up in your car just in case. If you do drive to work in your car, yes, it's cool to have snacks for work. Put it in a lunchbox, bring it in the building with you instead of having it in your car. Having food is a big no-no. I know they have so many gadgets on Amazon for food items or food organizers for your car. Pointless. And also, another thing I want to mention, I know I'm going on a rant here, but another thing I want to mention is the fragrance accessories. Be very, very careful with those because some of them explode in extreme temperatures. And most of the time, those are horrible if you have asthma or if those artificial fragrances are just horrible for anybody, even if you don't have asthma. It's just not good to have those in your car. If you want to have your car smelling fresh, you can also shampoo the rugs if you're into that. Some car washes offer that. Or, the next thing, they have these like charcoal bags that go under your skin. It sucks up all of the nasty smell. Instead of having a Yankee Candle plug-in on your vent and then it explodes. So be mindful of the car accessories. Don't waste your money on things you don't need and your car doesn't need. Another thing that is very alarming, and I actually just learned this recently, is do not buy razors off of Amazon. So I have my favorite razors. They are the Venus razors. I know they're not the most healthiest, the most eco-friendly, but they work for my skin type. I have no issue with those until I started purchasing them off of Amazon. They were replicas. The whole time they were replicas. I should have read the reviews. I thought I was, again, getting an amazing deal because razors are expensive, especially for us women when it comes to pink tags. I started to come to this conclusion when I was on the phone with my sister because, ironically, she was purchasing the same razors from that same seller. And I was like, wait, I didn't know you use the same razors as I do. Like, this is stuff that, even siblings, we don't really talk about, where it's like, what razors are you using? It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. And she was like, no, I purchased from the box of razors that, come for like $15, $20. And I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, those razors, like, they only last a day. Like, the minute you use them, they're done. She was like, oh yeah, I noticed that too. Razors usually last longer than a day, even with like a nice cover on them so they don't rust. So that was the biggest red flag for me. Another red flag was if I shaved a certain way. Again, I know I have sensitive skin, but when it came to shaving a certain way with the real razors, I didn't have an issue. But with the replica ones, I had a very big issue where my legs were super, super itchy, super dry. Long story short, do not buy razors off of Amazon. As much as it seems like a good deal, probably fake. Always check the seller and also the reviews. Because even in the reviews from the razors that I was buying, there was like 30 people saying replicas, and they were showing like how they were replicas. This is like an obvious thing. Food and snacks, do not buy this off of Amazon. Most of the time, it's not that it's like fake items, but most of the time they come expired and they come moldy looking. I don't purchase food or snacks off of Amazon. Another thing is recalls. I had this issue in 2020 where I bought these like vegan protein bars from Amazon. They were great, they tasted amazing, and then like 2 weeks later we got our money back. And I was wondering why. And there was a recall for salmonella poison. I guess there was like a cross-contamination in the factory, which I know it happens. That could happen that happens all the time at Trader Joe's. If you guys like go to checkout, they always have like a list of like things that have recalls. I just don't trust Amazon food anymore. Also with the food, it's very, very hard to return. Most of the food items you cannot return, so you're stuck with it. So I stick to buying food items at my local grocery store. That's it. cheap jewelry, I mean, most of us already know this. Most of the jewelry that's on Amazon, I'm going to say most, all of the jewelry that's on Amazon is fake. It doesn't last. It's going to rust. It turns your fingers green. I don't care what it's made out of. I'm a true believer of buying real jewelry when, you know, you're financially set and ready. Jewelry is your thing. I used to be obsessed with fake jewelry back in the day, and I purchased every little fake jewelry from Amazon, from other random websites. I had so much fake jewelry, and I remember even spray painting it, because girls online would be like, oh, just spray paint it like with a clear coat so it doesn't rust and it lasts forever. I wish I was smarter back then, because when I spray painted things, I let it dry for 24 hours and then I put the earrings in my ear. With it being all spray painted and stuff, I ended up getting, like, my ear was like, the earring hole was pussing at the end of the day. It could be from the fake earring, it could be from the spray paint that I use. It was just not worth it. I don't think cheap jewelry is worth it at all. I think what's worth it is real jewelry, and I know real jewelry is expensive. I only own one thing of jewelry that's real, and that is my little Monstera earrings that I got as a gift years ago, and it's real gold. I only wear those on special occasions because I'm terrified of losing them. I think it's just more worth it when you spend good money on real jewelry, because it increases value over time, unlike the amount of money you spent on cheap jewelry. Like, you're just gonna have to throw it away. Pointless organizers, I mean, we've all been here with this. We have been seeing everybody do these like restock videos of these organizers. You do not need to take your tissues out of the tissue box to put them in another box. There's so many videos where I'm sure most of us are like, why? And Amazon is notorious for buying pointless organizers. So I don't think it's worth the money. Buy an organizer if you're going to truly use it, or if you truly need it. I have a couple other things to mention, things to look out for. So they're not necessarily products, but this is just advice for you guys. If you are looking to purchase things for Prime Day, these are things to just look out for. First thing is celebrity top Amazon favorites. Alright, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way as possible. Like, I don't want to come off mean, or I don't know, I don't want to come off as like being bitter. Celebrities and us, we're in two different income brackets. Celebrities, even if they do buy things off of Amazon, they're not looking for good deals. They're not looking if the product is amazing and they tried out the product for months and it works great. They don't care about that stuff. All they care about is making commission. So that's another thing to watch out for. And, you know, I got an email the other day where it's like, click now to see Khloe Kardashian's favorite Amazon picks. I don't care. What I care about is what's going to save me money. She don't need to save money. She got enough money to last her whole life and maybe her kids and grandkids' life. Not me. As honest as I can be, and I don't want to come off again bitter or anything, but I don't think, you know, us regular consumers should care about celebrity top Amazon favorites. Again, I don't know who bright idea this was to put celebrities on Amazon. Just ignore the celebrity top favorites. It's absolutely BS. They have enough money to purchase higher quality items. They're just trying to make a quick buck, just like the replica sellers. Another thing to look out for is Photoshop products. I see this all the time on Amazon. With some of these sellers do not do a good job with Photoshopping, which works in our favor because you can see what products are BS and what products aren't. That's the thing that you'll notice. It'll be like a girl holding like a wallet, but then they'll erase the wallet and put a jar of peanut butter. So just watch out for Photoshop images of the products that you want to purchase on Amazon. Most of the time, those are the products you don't want to purchase. Fake reviews. I've noticed that this is a thing recently. Well, I'm not sure if anybody else has noticed, but a lot of, you know, companies that are just starting out, or sellers that are just starting out, I should say, are hiring people to leave fake reviews. This is very dangerous because that means that you are wasting your damn money because it's a product that might not work because the reviews are fake. I am a review queen. I will go through, like, I will go months without buying a particular product and make sure that I do my due diligence when it comes to research and whether it is right for me. So just be very, very careful when it comes to fake reviews. And the last little advice that I have when it comes to Prime Day or just, you know, buying things in general, cheap doesn't always mean that you're getting a good deal. Quality over quantity will always matter. Most of the time it'll matter. I wouldn't say always. Most of the time it will matter. And I'm just a true believer now that, you know, paying more for something that's higher quality is going to be better because it's going to last longer and you get your money's worth when purchasing anything that is cheap. Weigh out the pros and cons. I hope you enjoyed this video and be careful of what you're purchasing for Prime Day. You truly don't need everything you see online.